Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kristi, and welcome to another Progressive Day of Eating video. So if you're not familiar with the Progressive Day of Eating videos, what this is several of us that get together and we bring you a Progressive Day of Eating. So one will do breakfast, one will do lunch, one will do dinner, one will do dessert, and now starting this month, we have added on another person, and we are going to be adding to you a snack as well. So you're gonna have, by watching all 5 of us, you're gonna have breakfast, lunch, afternoon snack, or anytime snack, dinner, and dessert. The people who are involved in this are, of course, me, and then Denise at Dish with D. She's actually the one that had this idea to put this together in the first place. And then Joan from Joan's Pointed Plate. And then we also have Kim from A Girl and Her Phone. And then now we're welcoming Carrie from Carrie's Priceless WW Journey. So I have to look down at my note because when it was just 3 of us in the very beginning, I could remember who had what. But now with 5 of us, I need to look down. Okay, so for this week, we have Kim from A Girl and Her Phone is going to be doing breakfast. And then Joan from Joan's Pointed Plate is doing lunch. And then I'm going to do snack. My snack is kind of going to be an afternoon snack. My snack is a little bit different because I'm actually going to be cooking something. So I would say this snack is going to be more for a weekend snack rather than during a week when you're at work. And then Carrie is going to be doing dinner. And then Denise is going to be wrapping it up with dessert. So please make sure to go down in the description box. I'm sure many of you are already subscribed to their channels, but if you're not, go down in the description box and go check all of them out, see what they're all cooking, and make sure to subscribe to their channels. Let them know that I sent you. So if you're new to my channel, please make sure to put in the description box who sent you here, whose channel you're coming here from, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you're notified anytime I upload new content. So for my snack today, this is a little bit different snack because you actually do have to cook this first, but it's super easy to throw together. It doesn't take much time. It's a very filling snack. So this is definitely something that would hold you over. I love doing these on the weekends. Sometimes we go out to dinner with friends, and a lot of times we don't go out until like 7, 8 o'clock at night. That is very late for me for dinner. So I like to make these in the afternoon just to hold me over until dinner so then I don't overeat. So I'm going to be making mushroom cap pizzas. These are low carb because you're not having any crust on them. They're just really easy to make. Now I will say if you don't like mushrooms, you will not like these, but you can definitely still follow along because you could just use something else like a low point flatbread or an Olay Extreme Wellness Wrap as your crust instead of the mushroom. So I'm going to turn you around and show you how easy these are to do. I am using these big portobello caps, and what I'm doing right now is just lightly washing them off. I have just a damp paper towel and I'm just washing the outsides, and then what we're going to do is take off the stem in the middle, and you can save that for another recipe or something, but that's kind of like more of a coarse piece of the mushroom. And then the next thing we want to do is take a spoon, and all these gills that are in here, we just want to scrape those out. And that is basically how we clean it. So just gently go around and remove that. It doesn't take much pressure at all to remove the gills. And then, whoops, and as you can see, it breaks very easily, so definitely be careful. I just have some minced garlic that's just in a jar, and I'm just going to brush the ends with that. And I have my convection oven preheating to 400 degrees. We're going to cook the mushroom caps for about 10 minutes first. That's going to release some of the moisture from the mushrooms. The first time that I made these, I was actually doing, not really a keto diet, but a low-carb diet, and got the idea to use the mushrooms because I love mushrooms on my pizza. And that's why I thought, well, I'll use the mushrooms as the crust. The first time I made them, I did not bake the mushrooms first, and they were really soggy after. So I'm just going to bake them in a 400 degree oven for about 10 minutes. So now just put them down on aluminum foil. I have my aluminum foil sprayed with cooking spray. And then I'm gonna just brush the tops with a little as well. Okay, I'm gonna put those in the oven for about 10 minutes. While those are cooking, you can cut up any vegetables that you have. I'm actually using just a little bit of green pepper. I'm using a little bit of red pepper and Roma tomato. So just cut that up. And you can use whatever you want on this. I'm gonna do turkey pepperoni, and I'm going to try and keep these to where they are only 2 points each. So if you, depending on the toppings that you use, it could be more than 2 points. And I'm not going to cut up too much right now because it's really not going to take much to fill those two. Sometimes I like to roast my peppers first, so I have roasted red peppers on it. So this is kind of a snack that we would have on the weekends. This isn't something, a snack that I would have during the day at work because of the cooking that's involved with it. Alright, the next thing that I'm going to use is 4 slices of turkey pepperoni. I have the Publix turkey pepperoni, so I can have 4 slices for 0 points. I believe the Hormel turkey pepperoni, you can actually have 5 slices for 0. So because I'm doing this as a snack, I'm trying to keep it as low points as possible. Now, if I was doing this for a dinner or lunch, I would definitely add probably some more turkey pepperoni or probably even some more cheese. So now I'm gonna just cut up the pepperoni into small pieces and make sure to keep it portioned because I will be putting half on each one. Alright, so that is what I'm having for my toppings. The other thing I have is some part skim mozzarella. I always get the part skim mozzarella this way and I shred it myself because I just think that it tastes better and it seems like it melts better. I always use this for if I do my strombolis with the two ingredient dough, or if I make homemade pizzas or something, I always use this and shred it myself. And I have already shredded it and weighed it out. Each mushroom cap gets that much. I have 2 portions already out over here. This is 1 ounce. It's actually 1 ounce is equivalent of 28 grams, but you can actually have 29 grams for the 2 points of this cheese. So these are going to end up being just 2 points because the only thing we have to count is the cheese. Everything else that I'm using is going to be 0 points, even my sauce. So I like to use actual pasta sauce for my pizzas. I don't like to use the pizza sauce. I love the Prego traditional in my pasta, but for the pizza, for these pizzas, I don't like a lot of sauce on my pizza anyway, so I'm just using this no sugar added. If I only use 1.5 tablespoons, that keeps it as 0 points. And since I don't care for a lot of sauce on mine anyways, 1.5 tablespoons is going to be perfect for me. So I've got a couple minutes left on the mushrooms, and then I will, as soon as they're done, I'll come back and we'll put the toppings on. So they've been cooking for about 10 minutes. If they have too much water still, you can always just dab them. I'm just going to add 1.5 tablespoons of sauce. And as you'll see, that's going to be plenty. More than enough for me. So see, for the pizzas, I like for the portobellos to have the round edge because it just kind of holds everything in. Trying to zoom in a little bit so you can see it. Now I'm going to add the cheese to each one. I do not want any dropping on the pan. I love cheese. I'm one of those people that when I think of, oh, just an ounce of cheese, I'm gonna want more than that. But as you can see, once you put it on there, it's a good amount. And these, the way that I'm making these are, like I said, they're 2 points each, and they are a true 2 points. They don't have that funky WW math. If I eat both of these, it is only gonna be 4 points. And finally, I'm gonna add my pepperoni. And you don't have to cut it up. If you prefer just to put the 4 slices over it, that's fine too. I just thought I would just cut it up. And then my tomatoes, which I think I definitely cut a little bit too many tomatoes. Then the peppers. I was gonna do onions on them, but I decided not to. And something I've done also before is sometimes I'll put the cheese, half of the cheese down on the bottom. Oh, my light just popped on. Sometimes I'll put half of the cheese down on the bottom and then I'll put half of it over the top of it when it's done. The last thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit of oregano and basil. You can also just do like Italian seasoning if you want. And you could also add some Parmesan. There's so many things that you can add to these. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of pepper. And a tiny, tiny bit of Himalayan pink salt. Okay, that's it. Now I'm gonna put them back in the oven. I'm gonna keep it at 400, and I'm just gonna keep an eye on them, and I'm just gonna cook them until the cheese is melted, because remember, we pretty much already cooked the mushrooms, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on them. It's probably I'm gonna say maybe up to 10 minutes. So I just took them out. I ended up keeping them in there 10 minutes. As you can see, the sauce kind of spilled off of this one because remember this one didn't have the raised caps, but it's fine. It's still gonna taste just as good. So now I'm just gonna transfer them to a plate. And I usually let them sit just for a couple minutes just so that the cheese settles a little bit. But look at that, 4 points worth of food right there. So you can cut these into like 4 so that they're kind of, you know, little bites. And there we have it. So this whole plate is only 4 points. Alright everyone, so that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Put any comments down below. And please make sure to go down in the description box below. Check out all those other channels that I mentioned. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, if you're new, I hope you'll subscribe. And I'll talk to you all in my next video. I'm Kristi, and I'm planning us healthy.